So this really great poster, it's not mine, so I can't take credit for it, but I thought it beautifully described what customer experience is. And it starts with marketing is the invitation. Marketing is invitation. That's the thing that first gets our awareness, grabs our attention. And that's the invitation. Branding is the reason that we say yes. So that's something about what we've seen that makes us feel a certain way for us to say yes. And customer experience is the reason that we come back and bring our friends if it's appropriate. And I thought that beautifully put it, because it really starts to help us to understand the relationship between marketing and customer experience. And the brand part is so important, because if branding is the thing that makes somebody say yes, customer experience is the thing that gives brand its power. You see, the more powerful your customer experiences are, the greater the magnetism and the power your brand will have. And when it has that, it makes it easier for a customer to say yes. And when it's easier for a customer to say yes, that means your marketing doesn't have to work as hard to invite them in the first place. But when the customer experience is poor and the brand reputation is poor, you have to work harder to get customers to say yes. And oftentimes what that means in organizations is that in the marketing campaigns, you're having to then give away something, almost bribe them through some kind of discount or some kind of campaign to woo them into coming and saying yes, rather than having a strong brand proposition that just automatically and instinctively gives the customer that feeling of just saying yes. You know, there are brands that we all have that are our default, that we wouldn't even think about defecting from, because we have this innate relationship with them at an emotive level that we know we can trust them. They're not going to let us down. We always have a good experience. Therefore, I don't really want to mess around with that. So I'm always going to go that. And then there are other brands and other products that we have in our life that when we come to choose them, we just tend to shop around because we don't have that same level of interaction. You know, car insurance is a classic one that every year when you come to shop around for your car insurance, people jump and compare the market and go comparing all these different comparison sites to shop around for the cheapest product, because car insurance has become this commoditized, just get it for as cheap as possible type product that we have in our lives. And, you know, it becomes price war. Supermarkets have got the same thing, that it becomes a price war. You're at that kind of product centric level of competing at a transaction level, and it's just around to cost. The differentiation doesn't really come through. So when you don't have a great customer experience, it erodes the power of your brand. It erodes the magnetism that your brand has. And so the bigger the gap between the brand and the customer experience and the reality of what a customer gets, the more trouble you're going to have. So the key is to close that gap, to join the dots and close that gap, so the brand and the customer experience become two sides of the same coin.